Blood 30. Disquiet. I should have looked up with that actually. Really? Why is this going so badly? Everything that I've said recently has ended up backfiring on me. There's more or less some methods other than gaining patience written here, but it seems that they're not recommended. While I'm feeling impatience and irritation, Wrath says that leisurely. Why, you, whose fault do you think it is that I'm feeling this way? I'm so irritated. Calm down, me. I am a proud vampire. I cannot be shaken by something this trivial. For now, in order to help me compose my feelings, I'll try reading this method with Wrath that is talking about. Wrath is talking about. Acquire the skill of detection, then by merely activating the skill it is possible to significantly improve the proficiency of heresy resistance. However, in this case, until heresy resistance is raised to heresy nullity, you must be careful to not to use magic at all. In the worst case, you may die, so this method is frankly not recommended. That's a fail. Wrath makes a questioning expression, but that is definitely a fail. After all, that Goshijin-sama is saying that you might die, okay? That Goshijin-sama! Even that irregular super being is actually saying it's a method where you might die, so it's obviously not normal. If it's at the level where that Goshijin-sama is saying that you might die in the worst case, then if normal people tried that method, then out of 100 attempts, 99 would die for sure, I'm certain. Certainly, it would be inconvenient to be unable to use magic, and that's not where the problem lies. Wait, I'm not doing his voice. I don't know. I don't know why he would be unable to use magic, but compared to the possibility of death, it means bugger all. Means bugger all. Really? Is she? Okay. Oh my, as a lady I shouldn't use the phrase bugger all, now should I? It sounds pretty stupid anyway. Without a fragment of dignity, I shall refrain from speaking this expression from now on. The part where it says you may die? If Goshijin-sama concludes it, then saying you may die, then that's all from reference of Goshijin-sama herself. For us regular types, I can see a future where trying the same method would result in an instant death. Indeed, I experienced those crazy actions more than enough to hate it during my training period with Goshijin-sama. If Ariel-san hadn't stopped me, I don't know how many times I would have died. Goshijin-sama lacks the perspective of ordinary people. After all, she'd be like, it's normally possible, right? While almost killing me. I see. Then let's ignore this method. That's wise. I flick ahead through the book once again to check it out, but there's nothing further written on earning proficiency in heresy resistance. In that case, the best way to earn proficiency is to receive heresy magic attacks after all. Really, I wish Goshijin-sama hadn't written those unnecessary things. If patience is no good, and detection is also no good, then we'll just have to use heresy magic after all, huh? Oh, she said that. At my words, Wrath makes a really disagreeable-looking face. Well, I don't like it either, but if we want to obtain the resistance, we have no choice but to press ahead with this then. Besides, unfortunately for you, I have pain nullity and sense of pain nullity. And no matter what attack it might be, I can't feel it, then there's no big deal. Shouldn't you do this as well? I'll acquire heresy magic, so let's trade blows with magic. I select heresy magic from the list and acquire it. I still have plenty of skill points anyway, so I'm sure it's okay to acquire it. If it's just to raise Wrath's heresy resistance, then I should use charm on him, but if we're unlucky, he might get affected by the technique itself. Incidentally... Right. I checked whether it's possible or not to acquire patience, but it seems that I don't have enough skill points. I tried checking the other ruler skills as well, but the only one I could acquire was lust. In the case of lust, even then I would have to use the majority of my remaining skill points to acquire it. To be honest, I'm not at all interested in acquiring that. Considering the risk and cost, the return is too small. Okay, let's begin. We're really doing this? Why are you asking something so obvious? In my words, Wrath breathes a big sigh. After that, we both start to silently trade blows with heresy magic. The reason why we're silent is because we don't have the spare capacity to talk. To be honest, I made light of it. What we're using right now is heresy magic level 1, Disquiet. As the name suggests, it's magic that makes the opponent feel disquieted. Whatever that means. The effect is so plain that I've never used it. I guess it just makes you quiet, right? But this sure is nasty magic. An unbearable feeling of disquiet assails you, like you can constantly hear nails screeching across a blackboard. In addition, both pain nullity and sense of pain nullity have absolutely no effect. When I look at Wrath's appearance, I see that his face is pale and he has goosebumps. My condition has definitely become something similar. If asked, I'd say it's unclear how useful this magic would be in combat, but if it was used, then it might be able to dampen their fighting spirit. It's a plain but unpleasant magic, perfectly suitable for harassment, huh? Has your resistance increased? Not yet. Mine has increased to greater heresy resistance level 1. I see. Congratulations. Wrath begins a brief exchange. We continue in silence after that. What's with this punishment game? In a different sense, this is agonizing, as when I was beaten up by Goshujin-sama. In the first place, what's with this situation where a man and woman are in the same room silently staring at each other with pallid faces? Also, maybe because it's a level 1 magic spell, or maybe because Wrath is weakening, but my resistance is slow to rise anyway. I had Greater Heresy resistance level 6 at the start, which is pretty high, so maybe that's another reason. Currently, Wrath's status is falling as he weakens. When I look at the appraisal, his maximum values haven't decreased, so I think he'll recover sooner or later. Seems it was done by that guy called Kuro, something about it being necessary to cancel the activation of Wrath. However, even with his weakening body, I'm still feeling that disquieted, so maybe if he was in a normal condition, wouldn't this amount of disquiet be likely to cause madness? If I consider it in that way, maybe I should be glad that they just weren't weakening, perhaps. I don't have any confidence that I could endure any more of this sense of disquiet. Oh my. In my case, I'm not particularly weakening, am I? So that means I'm using my magic normally, then? Sorry, I'm at my limit. Wrath collapses to the ground, bringing an end to the force proficiency gains for the day. Right. Oh, goodness, so much of this. So much. Yes, hello. Still haven't quite figured out, sound. I think this is good, though. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever.